The story begins with the human protagonist, Ethan, aboard a massive alien research station orbiting a distant planet. Ethan is tired, staring out of the observation window, thinking about Earth, zoning out. The camera pans to alien staff working quietly, bioluminescent beings with graceful movements. Suddenly, a soft humming fills the room, drawing Ethan's attention. He feels like he's being watched. Ethan snaps back to reality and sees an alien woman standing before him. She has a humanoid shape but glowing skin and strange, mesmerizing eyes. She smiles, tilts her head slightly, and in perfect galactic common says, "So, you find my body attractive, human?" Ethan freezes, unsure if she's teasing, studying him, or genuinely curious. She slowly circles him, examining his reactions. Every gesture of hers seems deliberate and unnerving. Ethan had been staring out of the observation window for what felt like hours. The vastness of space stretched endlessly before him, stars shimmering like distant fires against the black void. He could hear the hum of the station's engines, the occasional mechanical whir of alien machinery, and nothing else. The workdays aboard the research station were long, lonely, and monotonous. His mind wandered. He thought of Earth, of the sun warming his face, of rivers he had never truly appreciated until now. He zoned out. Completely. A soft vibration under his feet pulled him back, but not fully. It was subtle, almost musical, like the station itself was breathing. He blinked. A presence. He could feel it before he saw it. Then, she appeared. She was standing there, just a few feet away, her posture graceful, almost unreal. Her skin glowed faintly, a pale luminescence that seemed to pulse with each heartbeat. Her eyes were large, and the irises shimmered like liquid silver. She wore a form-fitting outfit made of some material Ethan couldn't identify, smooth, fluid, as if alive. She smiled. Ethan froze. Not because she was beautiful, though she was, but because her smile carried knowledge. It carried intent. It carried something utterly alien and terrifying in its clarity. "So, you find my body attractive, human?" she asked, her voice soft, musical, and perfectly understandable in his head. The words didn't come from her lips. They seemed to bypass sound entirely, resonating directly inside his skull. Ethan stumbled over his own mind. I didn't." His voice cracked. She laughed. A delicate, melodic sound that made the hairs on the back of his neck stand on end. "Don't lie to me. I can feel it. The way your mind reacts to my presence." Ethan's eyes widened. He couldn't tell if she was teasing him, judging him, or something else entirely. She tilted her head, observing him carefully. Every subtle movement of hers was deliberate, mesmerizing. She circled him slowly, and with every step, the lights in the room seemed to shift, bending toward her. "I don't know what you want from me," Ethan whispered, though part of him wondered if she could hear even that thought. "I want to know," she said, stopping in front of him again. Her eyes locked onto his. "I want to understand why humans behave the way they do. And why some of you are different." Ethan felt a chill. Different? What did she mean? Before he could respond, the room changed. The walls shimmered and faded, replaced by projections of vast alien landscapes, cities floating in mid-air, and swirling cosmic storms. Ethan staggered backward. What is this?" he asked. "This is a test," she said softly, almost like a whisper, though the images around them pulsed with her words. "I am learning about you, human. About your instincts, your courage, your mind." Ethan swallowed hard. He had expected curiosity, maybe even intimidation, but nothing like this. It was as if the station itself were alive, reacting to the smallest of his movements, responding to his thoughts. "I don't understand. Why me?" he said. She smiled again, and this time it was different, warmer, yet still unnerving. "Because," she said, "you are human." Ethan blinked. That didn't make sense. He had always been ordinary. Just another human among billions. What was special about him? The alien waved her hand, and the holographic illusions responded. A glowing sphere formed before him. He reached out instinctively and touched it. To his shock, it moved according to his thoughts. He thought of shifting it, folding it, shaping it into a cube, and it obeyed. Her eyes widened, just slightly. "You see, humans," she said, "you have something the galaxy hasn't seen in millennia. Creativity, adaptability, imagination. You think these are simple traits, but they are powerful." Ethan stepped back, overwhelmed. His mind raced. "So, you're studying me because Because of my mind? Not just your mind, she said. Her smile returned, wider, more knowing. Your heart, your instincts, your willingness to take risks. Most species are predictable. You are not. Ethan tried to speak, but the words stuck in his throat. The illusions around him shifted, forming shapes he didn't recognize, stars colliding, oceans folding, alien creatures running through impossible landscapes. He realized she was testing him not only mentally but emotionally. Every reaction, every hesitation, every instinct was being recorded in ways he couldn't comprehend. Then, she approached. Slowly. Her glowing hand extended, hovering just above his chest. The room dimmed, focusing only on her and him. You may think this is about attraction, she said, her voice a gentle caress in his mind. But it is about survival, understanding, and awakening. Ethan felt a surge of fear. He wanted to step back, but his body was frozen. His instincts told him this was important. That this moment mattered more than any caution he could muster. What, awakening? He whispered. She smiled again, and this time it was almost reverent. There are forces in this galaxy that have ruled for eons, thinking they understand everything. But humans are unpredictable. You see possibilities others cannot. You make choices others would never dare. You awaken potential that has lain dormant for centuries. Ethan's mind struggled to process this. You mean I'm special? Yes, she said simply. And that is why I am here. To see if you are ready. Ready for what? He asked, his curiosity overcoming his fear. She stepped back and waved her hand, revealing the holographic corridor stretching endlessly, leading to unknown worlds, alien landscapes, and ancient technologies. Ready to step beyond what you know. Ready to understand the galaxy, your place in it, and the power you carry simply by being human. Ethan's heart raced. He thought of the Earth, of the life he had left behind, and of the countless unknown dangers awaiting him. Yet, a spark of excitement ignited within him. A part of him had always yearned for something bigger, something beyond the mundane. I don't know if I can, he admitted. You already can, she said. Her smile softened, almost maternal now. You just need to decide. The silence stretched between them, heavy with anticipation. Ethan stared at the glowing corridor, feeling its pull. The alien woman waited patiently, her gaze unwavering. Finally, he took a deep breath. He extended his hand toward her, uncertain, nervous but resolute. Her hand met his, and the room exploded with light. Images, sensations, and thoughts flowed into him, filling his mind with knowledge he had never imagined. He saw the rise and fall of civilizations, the beauty and danger of uncharted worlds, and glimpses of the human potential the galaxy had yet to witness. Ethan stumbled back, overwhelmed, but exhilarated. He realized, in that moment, that everything he had known was only a fraction of what existed. And that humans, ordinary, flawed, brave humans, had a role no one else could play. The alien woman stepped close, her glow pulsing gently. You will understand soon, she whispered. And when you do, the galaxy will never be the same. Ethan looked into her silver eyes and felt something he hadn't felt in a long time, hope. Curiosity. Purpose. He didn't know what awaited him next. He didn't know the challenges, the dangers, or the wonders. But he knew one thing. Being human was no longer a limitation. It was a gift. And for the first time in his life, Ethan felt truly alive. Ethan's hand trembled as it remained in hers. The corridor around him seemed to stretch infinitely, folding upon itself, twisting in ways that defied logic. Light shimmered across surfaces that weren't surfaces. He could feel the hum of alien energy vibrating through his bones, pulsing in rhythm with the alien woman's heartbeat. Or at least he assumed it was hers. Where are we going? Ethan asked, voice shaking. His mind raced to grasp the scale of what was happening. You are moving beyond the station, she said softly. Beyond what you've ever known. Your human mind can process it, even if it feels impossible. Just focus, human. Ethan swallowed hard. He tried to focus, tried to make sense of the twisting corridor, the impossible patterns, the lights that shimmered with intelligence. And then he noticed it, a faint voice inside his head, separate from hers. It wasn't words, exactly, but a rhythm of thought, almost like another mind trying to communicate. Who is that? He asked. She smiled, ever so slightly. That, human, is the memory of the galaxy itself. Every civilization that has touched it. Every thought, every emotion. It is waiting for you to understand. Ethan's stomach churned. He wasn't just walking down a corridor. He was walking into the essence of the universe itself. And it was watching him, feeling him, testing him. As they walked, she began to speak of things he had never imagined. "Humans are unique," she said. "Not because of your strength, or your speed, or your technology. But because of your unpredictable imagination. Other species follow patterns. They calculate, they obey, they conform. You think differently. You imagine, you create, you hope." Ethan felt his chest tighten. "Hope, that's it? That's what makes humans special?" "Among other things," she said, her eyes glimmering. "It is hope, compassion, bravery, and fear. Yes, fear, because you confront it anyway. That is what makes you dangerous to the galaxy, and fascinating." They reached a chamber at the end of the corridor. Ethan could see planets spinning in slow motion inside crystalline spheres. Stars exploded and reformed in kaleidoscopic displays. And at the center, floating above a pedestal, was a holographic orb the size of a small moon. "This," she said, gesturing toward the orb, "contains knowledge. Knowledge of civilizations older than your species. Secrets that have been lost for millennia. And now, you will learn them." Ethan stepped forward, his hand reaching instinctively. The alien woman placed her hand lightly on his shoulder. "Not yet. First, you must understand responsibility. Knowledge is not power. Power without understanding destroys worlds." A low hum filled the chamber. Ethan felt a presence behind him, something immense, intelligent, and ancient. And then he realized, the voice, the rhythm he felt earlier, it was coming from the orb itself. Thoughts, images, and emotions flooded his mind. Memories of civilizations rising and falling, of planets destroyed by greed or fear, of species wiped out because they could not balance knowledge with wisdom. He staggered. I don't know if I can." "Yes, you can," the alien woman said. Her hand on his shoulder pulsed with warmth, grounding him. "The human mind is resilient. You may falter, but you will adapt. You will learn faster than any other species before you." Ethan took a deep breath and touched the orb. Instantly, a wave of understanding crashed into him. He saw the galaxy in ways no human had before. The flow of energy between stars, the intelligence embedded in cosmic dust, the delicate balance of ecosystems across light years. He felt the lives of trillions of beings, their hopes, fears, triumphs, and failures. And then, he felt something else. A darkness. A presence that had been observing the galaxy for millennia, suppressing civilizations, erasing knowledge, controlling outcomes. A force that thrived on conformity and order. It had never faced humans before. Ethan's heart raced. He realized that humanity's unpredictability, their creativity, their courage, their hope, made them a threat to this ancient power. And perhaps, he was the first human it had ever noticed. The alien woman's voice broke through his thoughts. "You see it, don't you?" "Yes," Ethan whispered. "It's enormous. How can anyone stop it?" She shook her head, a mixture of admiration and solemnity in her expression. "Humans won't just stop it, humans will adapt. You will challenge it, outthink it, and perhaps, even surpass it. That is why I brought you here. To awaken what is latent inside you." Ethan felt a strange surge of energy in his body. He realized that the station, the corridor, the alien woman, none of it was just real. It was a conduit, a training ground for something greater. And he, a single human, was now part of it. "Why me?" he asked. "There are billions of humans." "Because," she said softly, "you are willing to see. Others hesitate, doubt, or conform. You are curious, brave, and unafraid to face the impossible. That is why you are here. And why you matter." For the first time, Ethan felt a sense of purpose. He wasn't just a researcher. He wasn't just a visitor on a station orbiting a distant planet. He was a participant in the galaxy itself. Suddenly, the orb projected a new vision, an alien city under siege, creatures running in panic, energy beams slicing through crystalline towers. Ethan realized this wasn't just a memory. This was a simulation, a test. "You will face this," the alien woman said. "Do not fear. The goal is not to destroy, but to understand, to think, to survive in ways others cannot. You will fail, but that is part of the learning." Ethan's stomach knotted. "I don't know if I can." "You can," she repeated firmly. "Because you are human." The chamber dissolved around him. He found himself standing in the middle of the simulated city. Alien beings ran past, screaming in panic. Energy blasts streaked through the air. Buildings bent and twisted as if reality itself were alive. Ethan's heart pounded. He had never seen anything like this. And yet, he noticed patterns. He noticed weaknesses. He noticed possibilities. His human mind, unpredictable and creative, began to find solutions where logic alone would fail. He led panicked creatures to safety, rerouted energy flows to prevent destruction, and discovered shortcuts through the twisting cityscape that no alien would have considered. The alien woman's voice echoed in his mind. See? You adapt. You survive. You create. Hours, or maybe minutes, passed. Time seemed irrelevant. And then, the simulation ended. Ethan stumbled to his knees, exhausted but exhilarated. The alien woman approached him. You did well, she said, placing a hand on his shoulder. Better than I anticipated. Ethan looked at her, a mixture of awe and disbelief on his face. All of this, it's real? Or, just a test? Both, she said with a smile. The galaxy is real. The darkness is real. But the lessons, the potential, that is yours to carry forward. You are the beginning of something new. Something no other species could achieve. Ethan's mind whirled. He thought of Earth, of his friends, of the humans he had left behind. He realized that he had changed. He would never see the universe the same way again. And perhaps, one day, he would return, not as a single human, but as a representative of humanity's ingenuity, courage, and hope. The alien woman stepped back, her form glowing softly. You may rest now, human. But know this, the galaxy has noticed you. And it is waiting. Ethan nodded, understanding more than she could possibly know. He felt a deep sense of pride and responsibility. He was human, and being human was no longer a limitation. It was a gift. As he closed his eyes, the last thing he felt was her smile, warm and knowing, and the pulse of the galaxy around him. A reminder that this was only the beginning. He would never forget the words she whispered as his consciousness drifted toward rest. Go forth, human. Teach the galaxy what it means to be alive.